And I'm here on a mission of mercy. Money's out there. You pick it up, it's yours. You don't, I got no sympathy for you. Do I have your attention? Do I have your attention? Put that coffee down. Put that coffee down. That's my name. That's my name.
The champ is here! 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 The champ is here!
Only one thing counts in this life. Get them to sign on the line which is dotted.
Boy, I have missed that song. It's been a minute since we've done this live, and I just decided last week to bring the live back. So
Recording in progress.
here we are, and I'm actually because I didn't adjust my schedule properly, I'm actually multitasking. So I have a Zoom at the same time, yeah, but I wanted to make sure to get on here with you beautiful people here on Monday for our first Ask Me Anything Monday motivation of the year. So check in, let me know where you're at, whatever platform you're on. Check in on there. Give me tell me where you're at. Let's make sure that we acknowledge all of our friends out there. You may be wondering, where am I today? Well, first of all, y'all know I'm a businessman, so I'm multitasking. Hold on a sec. I got a Zoom going on right here at the same time. This is how we do business. Hey, Rob.
Good morning. Good afternoon.
All right. I'm multitasking. I'm on my my live stream right now. Ask me anything. So I'm gonna let you and we got Rob and Raul. You guys are on my live stream today. Yeah, multitasking. Anyway, I'm gonna hop off the Zoom. Hello, everyone. Checking in. Let me know where you're at. It's Monday Motivation. I'm double booked today, but for all you lovely people, I got to talk to you today because we launched the LinkedIn Live course. I'm sorry, the LinkedIn Learning course last week, and it is crushing. It's doing fantastic. I want to thank you all for your support. All right, Rob, and Raul. I'll catch up with y'all. Rob, I'm making you the host.
Okay.
All right, we are back. Okay, so that was kind of weird, right? I have a meeting that I had to start, was on my Zoom. Anyway, so last week launched the LinkedIn Learning Relationship Selling Centric Selling course. Really excited about that. It's been only a couple of days, but so far very well received. Super proud of the content. I really am. Like, a lot of work went into that. A lot of time, a lot of good people, um, helping with the production of that. Speaking of production, so no rest for the weary. Listen, I know we released that course last week, and guess where I am today? I am in the studio this morning filming the next course because that's what we do. You got Ronan back there over my shoulder. You see Ronan? He's got the headphones on. I can't Ronan doing his thing. Hi, Ronan. I'm at Glass River Media Studios here in Arlington. Is that where we're at? Yeah. DMV, DC, Arlington. So if you are anywhere near this one, you got to check this studio out. It's beautiful. Really, like they got this is these they just do such a fantastic job of helping me to bring my ideas and vision to life. So great place to shoot from. But most importantly, fantastic people, good business. So can help you to kind of bring your ideas to life like they do for me. Content is king nowadays, guys. So you got to step up your content game. You know, you'll see I do a mixture. I'll do some selfie video. I do on the studio. We do it all because it's important to make sure that I'm doing the very best to make sure that I'm presenting content the way I need to be. All right. Anyhow, it is again the first Ask Me Anything. What's going on, Art? Art's checking in from my hometown, Atlanta, where it has been very cold. So I'm going to talk about that this morning in my Monday motivation. So first, anybody that's watched the course, if you have questions about the course, this is your opportunity. Drop those in the Q&A, whichever platform you're watching is. We're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on LinkedIn. So this is our first one back, and I just decided to really kind of do this the last couple of days. So we'll start to pick up our momentum and our speed every week like we did last year, or we did this probably like, I don't know, 25 Mondays out of the year. So anyway, so last week dropped the course, and it was a lot of work getting that out, a lot of mental energy. So yeah, I was kind of spent. Got to be honest with you guys, a little spent ending the year, coming into the new year. And so over the weekend, my siblings, my brother and my sister, flew into town to help me recharge my batteries. And we just had a great time in my hometown, Atlanta. And yeah, it just has me really that much more motivated and excited for the year and what's to come. And it just had me thinking about just the importance of having that connection, having that community, and something that's kind of happened for me in this past year, or just this new year. So first, having how important it is to have that intimate support through close family and close friends, just trusted people in this journey of business, personal ambition, all this stuff, because it can wear you out. But having those people that are in your circle that love you unconditionally are going to be there to support you, and being mature enough to let folks know and give people the opportunity to help you, which is something that was definitely something I've had to grow towards over the years. Because if you are the person that everyone goes to, you are the person that supports others, sometimes you feel like you don't have that for you, right? You're the one that everyone goes to for everything they need. But what I've learned over the years, and more specifically the more recent years, is to give those folks an opportunity to be there for you, and they want to. And those that aren't the ones to step up, well, they're the people that you don't need in your intimate circle. But again, for those of us that are the batteries for the world, for lack of a better way to put it, where we put a lot out into the world and are the support systems for a lot of people. There are times that we need that support, and we need to be mature enough to allow those people, that close circle of folks, to be there for us, and they will be. So there's that. Here's the second part. Going into the year, um, I'm an action guy. So if I'm not doing something, I feel like I'm doing nothing. So going to the year, I haven't had anything to promote, haven't had any action and things going on, since like November, which is a long time for me. I think that coupled with other business challenges and things that we all deal with at the end of the year had me kind of really a bit in the dumps. And then I hit about 2 weeks ago, week and a half, was a week and a half ago, so on a Friday, it just all turned, and I couldn't quite figure it out, but I just knew like, okay, I'm back, I'm here, I'm ready. Let's crush. Let's do this. And um, that weekend and kind of the following week, I had several different various conversations with different people. And as I'm starting to ramp up my meeting schedule and all that. And during some of these meetings and conversations and even texts and things, I it was just strange how many people said to me that they had been thinking about me, that I had been in their thoughts, and that some were even praying for me, not in the sense of, oh, something's uh, wrong and they need to pray for him. It's just like I was present in their thoughts, and it had me thinking, wow, maybe that wasn't coincidental at all. Maybe it was that energy of the universe, that energy that people were putting out there, that positive energy that is sensing that I needed that. And let me tell you something. I don't know exactly what it is, there was certainly something more than me. And so I wanted to thank, first of all of you out there that did that for me so that I can be there for others, be there to serve the community the way that I do. And I'm ready to do that. But I also wanted to share that with you guys to think, just to plant in your brains like there are people in your world, people in your life that need that energy from you. They need that support from you. And, it may not always be what you think is necessary to give them that energy and give them that support. It could be a simple text. It could be thinking of them. It can be, if you're a praying person, it could be praying for them. It could be, again, I don't know. I'm, I'm, I'm not one of these mystical holistic people, but I don't know what it is, but I will tell you that it is my opinion that it matters. So putting that energy out there for people, supporting those people who you care about. So today, there's somebody today that needs that from you. So my ask of anyone and everyone that's watching this, I want you to choose 3 people today. 3 people randomly, no ulterior motive. 3 people that are in your group, and your friends, your family, and I want you to send them a text. I want you to shoot out a call. I want you to pray for them, whatever. Just put that positive energy out there for them, because you just don't know how much they may need it. And the universe has a funny way of helping those that help others. So it's also not just about them. While it is about them, it's not just about them, it's for you. It will nourish your soul as well and give you that good energy going into the week. When I do these Monday motivations, and the reason I started this was to change the narrative, to change the air, to change the energy on Mondays. Many people have come to and work in business to loathe Monday because they got to go back to work, and there's the stresses and things that come with that. Well, I've always been one that loved Mondays and looked forward to Mondays because it was the start of something, and I have nothing but opportunity to create something. that's why Mondays were exciting for me. But I found myself towards the end of this past year starting to loathe Mondays as well. So that's one of the things that I did um, going into this year is I changed my Monday schedule. See, my Mondays were starting with about 4 meetings, staff meetings, like right off the bat. And I just realized that's not necessarily the right energy that I want to bring into the week. I want to do things that set me up for success. So what I did in adjusting my schedule, maybe this helps with some of you guys, is and some of you probably think, oh man, I can't change my staff meetings or whatever. You probably can if you have a proper like way of articulating why it's important to the people that you report to or the people that report to you. And for me is again, I wanted to start the right energy. So now rather than starting with back to back to back to back meetings, I start my Mondays with, and it's on my schedule. You know what? It's on my, I'll just tell you guys because it's scheduled. It's another little thing. If it's not on your schedule, it probably isn't going to happen. So it's my Monday. Monday starts 7 a.m. Now today it still happens that I'm in DC, so I'm not at the crib. But it starts with 20 minutes of cardio and 10 minutes of breath work. Okay. And it's not intense cardio that I'm trying to do Monday morning. It's just getting the heart rate up. So it could be elliptical, be a little spin bike or something. And then I want to do 10 minutes of breath work. Okay. Then 8 a.m. See what that says, people? Prospecting. So why? Because prospecting, one, is important to your business. It's the most, without opportunities, your business doesn't exist. Without funnel, your business doesn't exist. So I wanted to make sure I'm starting my Monday with doing some prospecting. And it also gives me good energy. Prospecting is good energy for me. I like selling. And so I find myself, like as many of you, as you're running businesses and leading organizations, getting further and further away from sales and having your days and your weeks mired in the work. And so it brings good energy to start the week. And then the next thing there, look at that. What's that at 9? Social media work, right? So I've carved out an hour to work on social media engagement and my weekly strategy. I'm one that typically posts and does things just based upon however I'm feeling. I've never been great on content strategy. My marketing folks do help with that, but that's all been the business brand. My personal stuff, I do kind of what I feel called to do. However, I wanted to bring more structure to that and carve out time to engage in the content of people whose voices I value. So, all right, there's that. And then lastly, and this is my Monday thing, 10 o'clock. Look at this. Education. So I think it's important to continue to invest in our ongoing education, right? And so I want to make sure, again, this is all designed to start my Mondays the right way. So Monday morning at 10, I'm doing education. This could be video, many different forms. Maybe a LinkedIn learning course. Okay. A podcast, a book, but just something. And I'm carving out like 30 minutes for that. So I want to make sure that I'm nourishing my brain. All right. So that's it. That's what I'm doing on Monday. So this is just something I hopefully that sharing this with you all helps you to kind of look at your Mondays a little bit differently. And then doing this, adding this back to noon on Mondays, again, a way for me to keep that good energy going, share, because I've already started my day with great energy. So it helps me to have some positivity and to share with everybody else. And then that nourishes me too. I love interacting and engaging with my community. And sometimes that gets a little bit more difficult to do. And doing the amount of content that I do, It's usually a lot of times like it's a one-way communication, and I like the two-way. So as we start to build this regular cadence for this, the audience will get more of that. And that's really what I want to do on these days is just take on this time, this 12 o'clock slot, to just take the time to engage with you all, answer your questions about whatever the content, the courses, the book, whatever you want to talk about, I want to talk about. So, and but in a way, again, to where we're helping to inspire and motivate each other to get off to a great week. So appreciate you guys checking in on various platforms. We did this last year and it was really good and really enjoyed it, but I just kind of got deep into the year and was not able to kind of stay on the schedule. So glad to bring this back. Happy to bring this back. So I just ask you guys to just show up every week and let's help each other out. This will continue to grow as it always is. I see the young guy Cal Reichwein on. What's going on, Cal? Good to see you. Cal, I featured Cal in one of our Shitty DM videos, which that's another thing. Shitty DMs every Wednesday. I have a lot of fun in creating those. I don't edit them or anything, but in terms of just creating the content, and it's really just designed to teach. So I don't want to embarrass people. I don't want to make people feel bad about themselves or their efforts. Anybody that's doing some sort of prospecting and direct outreach, I will give you kudos, with the exception of people that are just totally automating it. Like you're just mailing it in. So I can't really like give you credit. You're just taking the lazy route. Anyway, featured Cal last month, or maybe it was November. He sent me a really good direct message, and which doesn't happen very much. Very good direct messaging, prospecting message. So let that be a warning to all of you out there. If you're going to pitch me, which I love pitches, if you're going to pitch me, just know you could end up on Shitty DMs. You could end up in a good way, like Hal did, or not so good way. However, the not good, the ones that aren't good, it's anonymous. I don't want to put people's names out there. I'm not trying to embarrass them. I'm trying to create a platform where people can learn how to do better. But if you send me a good one, you can get some shine. All right. Oh, it's about 12:21. I'm going to wrap this up. This is the first one of the year. Again, Monday motivation, and it's really just about getting our energy right. Let's get it off to a good start. Moving forward, bring your questions again on any of the multitude pieces of content I'm putting out there. If you have not, oh, that was weird. I didn't mean to do that. If you have not checked out the course yet on LinkedIn Learning, boom, that one, it is currently available. Tell all your friends, okay? If you're a leader, make sure all your team is watching this. It's not incredibly long. It's going to be like a half an hour between quizzes and stuff. Could be like 35, 40 minutes of your time, but it is well worth it. It's great content. It's great fundamental content. So whether you are experienced and let me back up. If you're new, yes, great for you. If you're experienced, also great for you. Here's something I find, unfortunately. I find that people that have been in sales, the longer we get in sales, the weaker our fundamentals get. And what I mean by that is we get away from the things that got us started. And sometimes when I'm doing new content like coursework and everything, I'll find that the newer people in sales and the entrepreneurs, they lean all into it. But the more experienced sales people and sales leaders, they don't lean as much into it. And I just got to be straight up with y'all. That's where, again, in my experience, where a lot of the weakness is, we always point to like the newer sellers and like, oh, they're doing this wrong, doing that wrong. Man, old sellers do a whole lot wrong because they get too cute, because they 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 think they're too smart, right? Because of their experience. And don't get me wrong, they are smart. They've learned stuff, and experience matters, but it's also taken them away from the fundamental stuff. Give you a perfect example of what I mean. A lot of times, more experienced sellers are worse at discovery. Ooh, worse at discovery? How's that? Because they know what they know, and they think they know before they actually ever even complete the discovery. They go into discovery meetings with the solution already in their heads. They go into discovery meetings with what it is that they're going to present and what they think this customer wants, without doing proper discovery with a curious mindset. They have a very difficult time separating their experience from discovery. So what I mean by that is, they struggle with sitting down, doing discovery, and putting aside all they think they know, so they can really understand what that customer in front of them cares the most about. And they end up defaulting to what they think they care about based upon their previous experience. And again, I'm not knocking experience. Experience matters. But in discovery, it shouldn't, because discovery is not about you, it's about them. So what you should be doing is asking really great open-ended questions to find out what they care the most about, not in relation to your product, but what they care the most about in their jobs, in their business. And then you'll understand how to best create solutions that impact what they care the most about. Anyway, that's just one example of where um, our more seasoned folks get away from fundamental truths and kind of get cute. That's why the coursework that I do, like this last one, is important, and should be important to them as well. Um, you know, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, these GOAT players can do a lot of stuff. Watched LeBron James the other night, damn near 40 years old, throwing down monster dunks and everything, hitting threes and all that. He can do a lot of stuff. But you know what? Whether it's LeBron James or Michael Jordan, if you would go and watch them at practice or pregame, they're doing stuff like the Mikan drill. For those of you that are not basketball players, coaches, or whatever, the Mikan drill is just a simple, like right hand, left hand layup drill, the most simplest thing you can possibly do. They're practicing free throws, the most simplest stuff that you could do. The greats understand how important it is to get back to the fundamentals and to always be working on the fundamentals. That's what the greats know. So if LeBron James can do the Mikan drill and Steph Curry can shoot 100 free throws before he goes out, what makes you think you don't need to work on the fundamentals of sales? That you don't need to work on that, not occasionally, every week. They do it. Why don't you? All right. Thanks for joining me this week, guys. See you next week, 12 o'clock. Don't be late.